The fluorescent lights flickered overhead, casting eerie shadows on the empty aisles. I glanced at the clock. It was almost midnight, and the store was supposed to be closed by now. I adjusted my name tag, the only source of identification in the desolate retail maze, and shivered as a cold draft swept through the abandoned checkout lanes. Working the night shift at Oakridge Mart was never glamorous, but it paid the bills. Tonight, however, something felt off. The usual hum of the refrigerators and the distant rumble of the stockroom seemed to be replaced by an unsettling silence. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. As I made my rounds, checking the shelves for misplaced items, the dim light played tricks on my mind. I thought I saw movement in the corner of my eye, a fleeting shadow darting between the towering shelves. I dismissed it as fatigue, the consequence of long hours and an overactive imagination. The intercom crackled to life, breaking the eerie silence. "Attention Oakridge Mart employees. We apologize for any inconvenience, but there seems to be an issue with the security system. Please remain vigilant and report any suspicious activity to the management." I rolled my eyes. Security issues were not uncommon, and glitches in the system were routine. Still, the unease lingered. I quickened my pace, hoping to finish my tasks and head home as soon as possible. As I approached the electronics section, a guttural whisper echoed through the empty space. "Help me." The words seemed to hang in the air, freezing my blood. I turned sharply, scanning the rows of TVs and gaming consoles. Nothing, just the sterile glow of the electronics department. "Hello?" I called out, my voice trembling. No response. Maybe it was a prank, a coworker trying to spook me. I forced a nervous chuckle, trying to convince myself that I was overreacting. But the feeling of being watched persisted. I continued my rounds, the aisles closing in on me like claustrophobic corridors. The intercom crackled again, this time emitting distorted, garbled sounds. It sent shivers down my spine. I glanced around, half expecting to see a figure lurking in the shadows. In the canned goods aisle, I spotted a lone shopping cart. It stood still, as if abandoned in a hurry. My curiosity got the better of me, and I approached it cautiously. A soft sobbing reached my ears, and my heart pounded in my chest. "Is someone there?" I asked, my voice shaky. The sobbing intensified, and I could now see a figure huddled in the cart's shadow. It was a woman, her face obscured by disheveled hair. "Please help me," she pleaded, her voice trembling. I hesitated, torn between the instinct to assist and the gnawing fear in the pit of my stomach. Something felt off about her, too desperate, too otherworldly. As I reached out to comfort her, she looked up. Hollow, black eyes stared into mine, devoid of emotion. I recoiled, stumbling backward. The sobbing turned into maniacal laughter, echoing through the aisles like a twisted symphony. I turned and ran, my footsteps echoing in the empty store. The once familiar surroundings now felt like a maze of nightmares. The intercom screeched to life again, a distorted voice chanting indecipherable words. Panic gripped me, and I fumbled for my phone, dialing the manager's number. "Something is wrong here. I need help," I pleaded, my voice frantic. The manager's response was a garbled mess, incomprehensible and unsettling. I hung up, realizing that I was on my own. As I sprinted towards the exit, the store seemed to come alive with unnatural sounds. Whispers, footsteps, and the creaking of unseen doors surrounded me. I burst through the exit doors, gasping for breath as the cold night air embraced me. I didn't look back. I sprinted across the parking lot, glancing over my shoulder only once. The storefront windows were dark, but I could feel the malevolent presence lingering behind them. I never went back to Oakridge Mart. The store remained an empty shell, its lights flickering in the darkness. The news reported that the place was haunted, that strange occurrences drove away even the most seasoned employees. But they didn't know the half of it: the unsettling whispers, the phantom sobs, and the soul-piercing laughter that echoed through the aisles, a haunting reminder that some retail nightmares never truly end.